welcome to the Topiapodcast, where we talk about pop culture and other interesting news that happen to catch our attention with your hosts, Amani, Edwin, and Antonio. But before we dive into any of those topics, we'd like to start the podcast off with question of the week. If you want to leave us a question, just comment down below and we'll be sure to shout you out. But anyway, this week's question is, what piece of media are you looking forward to most this year?
Um, yeah, let me say, I'm looking forward for the end of Attack on Titan. Um, what was it yesterday? We got the part three, season four, and that was absolutely beautiful. It was amazing. So I'm just waiting for these next 6 months so we can finally put this chapter behind us. I think it's going to be one
hmm
of the greatest anime endings of all time. So also one of the most controversial ones, but I just can't wait to get there.
I respect it. For me, I'm definitely looking forward to the fourth season of Succession coming out March 26th. Sorry, the fourth season of Succession coming out March 26th.
Oh, yeah.
But even more than that, Antonio sent me an article and that Marvelous Miss Maisel is coming out with its final season April 14th. So for me,
That's still going?
yes,
Hell yeah, it's
amen.
still
That's
going.
such a good show. Oh my God. And
That's crazy.
yeah, I'm looking forward to it. April 14th. That show be having me on my ass laughing, bro. It's such a good show. The writing, all the characters are such good actors too. I feel like that's like one of the only shows that like every character is like S tier, bro. Like everybody kills it.
Damn.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to that shit.
Everyone's on their A game in that show.
Hmm.
Shoot. There's a lot of things coming out. There's a lot of things. I forgot what the fuck I said the first time, but I'm gonna say just Evil Dead. Honestly, just waiting for that Evil Dead movie when it comes out. That shit's gonna be tough.
Yep. I'm hoping it is very scary. Like the jump scares are just on point.
Shoot, I swear there's something else I'm waiting for too, but Evil Dead is the only thing I got in my mind.
Oh, the Resident Evil game? Could it be that?
Oh, Resident Evil. Resident Evil.
4?
Oh, the remake.
There's that too.
That game's looking
This will
good
come
too.
out for the VR too.
Is it?
Really?
The PA VR.
Huh. But they're gonna have to put it in first person then, because isn't that game third person?
The third person, yeah, but it already came out in VR for the Quest.
Oh, okay, okay. That'll be cool.
That question was brought to you by Antonio. Thanks for the question. Like I said, if you want to ask us something, just leave it in the comments below. We'll pin it.
Mm.
With that being said, we're gonna move on to some anime news.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't know why we moved on. Invincible as well.
Ooh,
Oh,
totally
Invincible on
forgot
top of
about
that.
that. That's like late in the year though.
super late.
I know, but still this year.
I
Still
mean,
this
so
year.
no, for sure, but you're gonna wait a long time. That's all I'm saying. You're gonna be waiting
hmm
for a
hmm
long time.
I'm A-okay. I am A-okay with that.
I respect it.
With that being said, we're gonna move on. Um, damn, I know I said we're gonna do anime real quick. We're actually gonna do Netflix just so I don't have to change the thumbnail later.
Hmm.
Okay. Yep, we're gonna move it on to Netflix because I don't want to change the thumbnail later. So real quick, Dot 90 Show has been renewed for season two at Netflix.
Oh
I did not care for the
no.
first one. I didn't finish it, but it was bad. I didn't want to finish it. It wasn't like the most
Damn.
atrocious thing, but it wasn't good either. And I've
Damn.
seen the entire that 70 show. I saw all of that and I thought it was really good. It's the ending's bad, like everybody says, but other than that, it's really good.
Hmm.
Moving on, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Once and Always 30th Anniversary Special premieres on Netflix on April 19th. I will be tuning into that. I love Power Rangers, grew up with them.
Hmm.
One of the episodes too, we also gave a shout out to the Green Ranger. He had passed away recently, RIP. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna tune in for the anniversary. Same with the Yellow Ranger. Pretty sure she passed away. R.I.P. R.I.P. But I'm gonna tune in for this special.
Damn. All the goats are leaving us.
All the goats. Final Netflix story is the password sharing. So Netflix has removed the new anti-password sharing rules from their website, stating they
Yep.
were posted as an error and are not yet applicable to the US.
Lying
Bro,
ass.
you know they tried to cover it up, bro. You know they tried.
They were like, "Oh, did we release this 2 months in advance to warn y'all?" Oh, I'm sorry. No, that was a mistake. That was a mistake. Like, no, y'all niggas knew what you were
Nah, they just
doing,
want to see people's reaction. That's all it
and they
was.
got them. Let me
Yeah, I
tell
had
you,
no cop. They got him.
they definitely
Yeah,
got
I think they were doing a bet behind closed
bro.
corn. Just like, how much you want to bet people are gonna get so mad at you, father, that no one
Mm-hmm.
ever want to get
No,
Netflix ever again?
because I know for a fact HBO and Disney Plus were getting ready with their pockets, bro. They were like, "Hey, we're about to get like 12,000 new users a day." Like, they were about to take all
Facts.
of Netflix customers, especially if they were like done some crazy shit like a bundle or lower their prices, anything at all, bro. People would have switched so fast.
Yeah, definitely
But I hear Netflix still wants you to add ads.
not chill with that. I hope that's not true.
We'll see.
They still gotta fix some things on their website because I don't like how every time you finish a show, they try to boot you on to the next shit. Like that should get me tight.
Facts.
They
It should be a
Yeah, it
setting.
should be a setting, whatever. Even when you're watching anime and they add like extra scenes at the end, like I was watching Kuroko no Basketball and well, Kuroko's Basketball,
Mm-hmm.
and there's extra scenes at the end sometimes, and they fucking boot me off to
Mm-hmm.
the next episode. Like, sometimes they don't show the ending, they show more shit. And that's what they were
Yeah.
doing, and then they just boot me to the next episode, and it's like, oh my God, bro, so annoying. Like, we should have watched that shit on Crunchyroll. I think it was. I think I found out later that it was. I just assumed it was Netflix only.
I agree with you because they give you like no time to react either. It'd be like five
Yeah.
seconds countdown, and it's like, here we go.
And like the remotes turned off and shit. Like, come on, bro. Uh,
Someone actually said that they do that on purpose, so like shows that don't get viewed as much can just get accidental views because people will like fall asleep or just get distracted, and it'll go on to the next show and it'll count as a view. So people are saying like they're never gonna take it away because it helps their fucking viewerships,
It
even if you
helps
don't
their
intend to.
viewerships.
Yep. And it's true. They be catching me lacking, bro. I leave Netflix on. I'll go do some chores. I come back to like a whole different show, and that's just recommended for me now.
they even got called out by Agretsuko. New season of Agretsuko came out. We finished like 90% of it in a day. Like I watched them all, and then
He's a fiend.
it was just crazy. It was really good. Like the last season they did was like kind of hit and miss. I'm not gonna lie. But that new season that came out
Hmm.
was really, really fucking good. I feel like they was back in their bag. I wasn't really too much of a big fan on the ending per se. I guess the ending was alright
Hmm.
looking back on it now, but fucking all the other episodes before the last episode, 10 out of 10, bro. People got to start taking
Damn.
animation more seriously. Like it's 2023 and everybody sees animation as a joke. And like for kids, they were roasting it at like what the Oscars or some shit. I know it was like one of the award show they were roasting animation. It was
Hmm.
Amy Schumer too. Like she was like, "Oh yeah, the
Oh
animation
no.
category, the category for little kids, whatever she said." And that should
Hmm.
have me heated. There's a lot of good animation. Like Gretzko's really good. Like it looks like a little kid show, but they tackle real world issues. Shows like BoJack Horseman. You got anime like Attack on
Oh hell
Titan
yeah.
with the very deep and complex themes, bro. Like no, like
Hmm.
people just got to start watching the right shows and put respect on animation's name. Like for real.
I guarantee you. And people that say shit like that, like cartoons or animations in general are just for kids, their only sources are Cartoon Network and Disney channels. I guarantee you, they've never seen anything else.
Hmm. Moving on from that, we'll be talking about anime stuff. Starting real quick with this Captain Pikachu. So as you know, they got rid
Oh
of
my
Ash
gosh.
did his little adventure, he did his thing. Now they're gonna end it with that, and it's gonna pick up with this dude and Captain Pikachu. These are the first two looks at his design. We're not
Terrible.
we're not really Pokemon people that much here at Topiacast, but I thought I'd share the story. Moving on from
Yeah, it's kind of dumb. Like they could have just made a whole new character. I mean, they always has a new character, but I mean, in Pikachu, they could have just had a whole new Pokemon. They really just said, "Fuck it, everybody knows Pikachu. Just throw a hat on him, call it a day." Like, there's so many Pokemons in that world, millions, I think, at this point. Like, it could have been anybody else.
I stand by Pokemon with their decision. Like Pikachu's the brand. Look at that. Even on their company thing, their company Twitter, it's Pikachu. Like they know.
Bro, they're dick riding
Hey,
Pikachu.
he's the one who fucking gets people into Pokemon. Like he's the
I
guy.
guarantee if they had a popularity contest for Pokemon, Pikachu could be in the top 10, but he's not going to be number one. I guarantee
That's
you.
cap. He'll be number
It'll
one.
probably be Charmander or some
I
shit, or Charizard. Damn right, you heard me. I said what I said. Or Lucario, nigga. Literally anybody.
I'm gonna have to look up some old questionnaires now, some old polls. You got me curious. Moving on from Pokemon and their stuff. Talk about this new Ruby collab. We got it's the Ruby X DC basically.
Hmm.
I'm not sure if they set a release date. I'm not too sure about that. I think they're still working on it. But from what I've seen, I'll link it in the description too. But from what I'm seeing, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. It seems like the DC characters aren't gonna have their powers. Like maybe when they come over here, they like lose their powers and they gotta like adapt to this world.
Hmm.
Everything looks good. The Flash looks weird though. Like I don't even know why they did the Flash like that. His character design and everything. That's like the only character I'm
Yeah.
like, damn, what happened?
It's a really weird design. But no, it looks good. It definitely takes place in like the early Ruby series too, so it's like people don't have to worry about, oh damn, I gotta watch a whole different show and catch up. Like no, you can just watch this for itself, and if you like it and you want to check out Ruby, then you can, But I like how it seems to be in its own little separate plane where it doesn't really connect to anything. It's just for fun.
Yeah, definitely. I appreciate that. I know some people were definitely confused. They were like trying to do all the puzzle pieces to figure out where it fits in the timeline. But I hope they don't let the
Hmm.
timeline like restrict them too much. Like just let it be its own little side story, whatever, and just really have fun with it, get creative with it. Like I want to see characters that are already dead come back, like just for this. Like that would be cool. Like I hope they just don't, hold some characters out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess we'll see whenever it drops. This looks really good though. I'm hyped.
It looks definitely true to the Ruby series. I never watched it, but this is definitely a random collab. I'm pretty sure a lot of people will appreciate.
Hmm.
Yep, so keep your eyes on that. If I do find out the release date, I'll put it in the description. But if you don't see it in the description, that means there isn't one.
It's not in that video subscription.
Pretty sure it's not. It's just random people talking.
Okay. Yeah.
Moving on from that. Oh yeah, I gotta bring this up. So, um, Ghetto's voice actor from Jujutsu Kaisen, they're gonna replace him. The Japanese voice actor for Ghetto, they're gonna replace him in the next season because he was found cheating on three different women. So
Hmm.
now this isn't the first time we've seen somebody get fired over cheating. We reported it on one of the earlier episodes for one of the Tokyo Avenger voice actors. The voice actor for
Hmm.
Draken, I think they changed him because he was cheating on Lisa Lisa. And Lisa Lisa is like a crazy famous singer. For those who don't know, she does a Sword Art Online opening. She does a Demon Slayer opening. Like famous singer. I don't know how you're cheating on Lisa Lisa. That's crazy. But But regardless, I don't think anybody should be losing their job over cheating in Japan. That's just kind of ridiculous.
Yeah. Like I'm not gonna sit here and try to understand, like Japanese customs. I'm sure it's very different over there, but like I don't think in any part of the world does it make sense that your professional life is affected by your personal life. Unless it's like some real crazy shit. Like, here we see like some real racist people, they say some real ignorant shit or they do some real like crazy stuff. So then people find where they work at, they send the video, and then, their employer decides, yeah, we don't want this person representing us, right? But that's like extreme shit that we see, like people literally just saying like belligerent stuff, hate crimes, all that stuff, right? But cheating, like you made a simple moral mistake, the sin of lust or whatever. He first of all, he's famous, right? He's famous. He makes that bag. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of people attracted to him. any one of us can make that mistake, right? I'm not condoning cheating. Cheating is wrong, regardless of the excuse. It is wrong. But I really
Make
don't
that
think that this
mistake. Cheating ain't a
man.
mistake.
It's a mistake you make.
You want to debate? You want to
It's
debate
a.
about that?
I'm not. When I say a mistake, I'm just saying
If
like
your girl was to
it's
cheat on
something
you,
that
she'd be
you're
like,
doing.
but that was a mistake. I'm
It will be a
sorry.
mistake. It's a
Yeah,
mistake.
You gotta be
it
like,
is a mistake.
oh.
She fucked up, she cheated, and now she lost me. That's the mistake she made. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying like it should make it like I don't know what I should explain it, but it's a mistake. It's a mistake, right? It's a mistake. They fucked up, but like I said, it's not big enough to affect their career. I don't think anyone is really going to see this man different, let alone for his voice acting, because he cheated on 3 different women. Again, I'm not condoning cheating. That's wrong. He should have to deal with that in his own personal life, and I'm sure he is. But not the fact that he has to lose money and now his reputation as a voice actor is ruined because of this. That's just
I
stupid.
think it has to be more to it. Like they probably were fucking at the
No,
workplace.
I doubt
I
it.
doubt it. 'Cause you know that would have been the fucking
Right.
headline.
They
That's
just
mad
don't play
drama
in
right there.
They're
Japan.
Yeah,
so
that would have been
rich,
the
they're keeping it
headline.
under the jacket. Under
If
the
he was
jacket.
that
Under the
rich, it
covers.
wouldn't be out in the first place.
Nah. See. News
The
articles
poor,
and shit.
mm,
You want a piece of that?
point is, he shouldn't lose his job. It's the wrong decision. He shouldn't have cheated, but he shouldn't lose his job.
Yeah, definitely.
I definitely shouldn't lose his job for that. Now they gotta go through all the work to find a new voice actor.
That is if he even gets hired now, because I feel like people are going to look at this shit now like, oh, you're a great voice actor, but you cheated in the past, so we can't trust. Like, it's
Right?
just going to make no sense, and I feel bad
By
for the
imagine putting
dude.
that shit on your resume.
3-time cheater.
Yeah.
Shit. But yeah, that's just wild to me.
And then final thing. Oh, well, not final thing, but I did want to talk about Sasuke fighting these dinosaurs, bro. I don't know what's going on in Boruto. They
Mhm.
just really need to. They got to pull a full.
Wait, fighting
Antonio, I
dinosaurs?
wish I was joking, bro. I
Yeah.
really wish I was joking. But yeah, Sasuke's over here fighting dinosaurs. I don't know what's going on in Boruto. I mean, apparently this is a flashback, but even then, that's not an excuse or anything.
That was a flashback.
What do
Damn.
you mean? What do you mean flashback?
Because like he has his Renegon in this shit, and like he lost it in the series. But yeah, this is like a flashback of like before like Boruto and them were born, I think. This is just like Sasuke on a random ass mission.
That's still dumb as
No, it
fuck.
is.
Because A, it's unnecessary,
So is
and
this
B,
not
No, it's
filler?
filler.
dinosaurs. Yeah, it's filler.
Like Jesus Christ. And he's fighting a dinosaur.
Can I just say how most of Boruto's storyline seems to take place in the fucking past? Like, first they go back in time to relive the glory days of Naruto, and now they're just doing shit that's even before these niggas were born. Like, clearly they don't want to focus on these characters.
Yeah, they really don't. But yeah, I had to bring that up. Everybody's talking about don't switch up on Boruto. I don't think anybody's switching up anytime soon if you're fighting dinosaurs and shit. Like they was already upset when they added
Hmm.
the aliens, the Otsushiki, whatever. Now they're adding dinosaurs. They're just trying to push the
But
limits.
at least the aliens were cool. Like, the aliens had powers, the niggas were lit. They were basically gods. We had to fight gods. Right? Random, yes, but fuck it.
Right,
We here now. We on that
right. Like I thought
level.
it was cool too.
But you go from gods to
Yeah, yeah.
lizards, literally overgrown lizards. And also, you're not gonna tell me that one fireball from fucking Sasuke wouldn't take out his entire army of dinosaurs. You're not gonna tell me. You're telling me
Literally.
Sasuke is so weak that he has to fight these niggas with different styles of jutsus
A
and
lot of
shit.
them.
He can't one shot one. No, if this was Luffy,
Here we
hockey,
go.
all it would take.
All right. Let's move on
Hockey,
from
all
this.
it would
No,
take.
he's getting
I'm just
crazy.
saying, no, because they want to talk about
Here we
Boruto switching
go.
up, right? Let's talk about it. How come your mans can't one shot a fucking army of dinosaurs, huh? Do they got chakra? Do they have jutsus?
You gotta
Are they
watch it. You
trained
gotta watch it,
killers?
man.
Do you have the
You gotta watch it
Sharingan?
and find
Like,
out.
do they have the Renegon? Matter of fact, why did this nigga just teleport them all to a different dimension?
Gotta watch it and find out. It's a crazy story.
Like, there's just so many things wrong with this.
All right, moving. Well, let's just say the Attack on Titan did come out like yesterday.
I'm not gonna pull up a picture.
I actually don't
That's
have a
wild.
picture for them, so
That's so disrespectful.
a little last minute. Um, that shit was definitely some heat though.
Yeah.
Hour-long episode. Uh, really glad they didn't break the servers. Watched that shit as soon as it came out.
They didn't?
No, I watched that shit yesterday. I was surprised you two
Oh,
watched it today. I watched that shit
nice.
yesterday. That shit was good.
Yeah, I don't know what time it came out, and then I just
I
fell
was waiting
asleep
all
when I
day for that
found.
shit to drop.
But yeah,
Yeah.
That shit was some perfection, bro. Like I know we was all, really feeling it when they went on break, and then we're over here roasting them, like, oh my God, they're dragging it out, part 4.697,
Right.
making all these memes and
Hmm.
shit. But after that episode dropped, shit, I do not even. It was worth the wait, and I do not feel bad about waiting for the next one. I'm sitting in this chair waiting with a smile on my fucking face after that.
Facts. Yep. And like we're waiting a whole year, so it's like 6 months
Yeah, that too.
until we're
Had it
getting
been
it
six
both this year.
months?
No, it's gonna be 6 months, and then we get the final part. But also, let me just say, everybody that's still dick writing Mappa about the way they're spreading it out, they really gotta chill the fuck out. Cause I never heard anyone give Bones this much shit when they made us wait like 5 to 7 years for the second season, right? And Mappa has their plate full, bro. Like we said this in the last one, but like Mappa's doing so many A tier animes. Like they're doing One Punch Man, they're doing Jujutsu, they're doing Vinland Saga. Like they have a lot on their plate, so I do not blame them for having to separate this, right? Because everybody always wants to complain when Disney's overworking their VFX artists, right? So why would you want Mappa to overwork their
I think
animators?
they are.
Like they need
I think they
breaks
still are
and they need
overworking them.
families. Like,
But you're definitely right.
and if they are, it's
Yeah,
even
yeah.
worse.
But
People need to chill.
yeah, I was definitely in the pitchfork crowd. I was definitely like I wasn't all going online with that shit. That's weirdo shit. Like if I complain, I'm complaining to
Yeah,
like Edwin or Antonio. I'm not going online complaining. That's weirdo shit.
right.
But yeah, I was definitely complaining to you two, and I was like, oh my God, they're dragging it out. There's some bastards, this and that. But yeah, you just gotta, like Edwin said, Mappa got their plate full. And they're not. Edwin sent me a good TikTok. I think I have it in my notes. I'll put it in the description, or it was in the description of the last video. But he sent me a TikTok, and it was like, oh yeah, they're actually trying to cover as much shit as they can. They're not like putting in a bunch of bullshit. Like how One Piece, if you want to see dragged out, bro, the new One Piece episodes, this arc that they on, like
Bro.
I think from the beginning of Wano, they've been stretching shit, right? Like so
They do like one chapter or
one
episode.
chapter a episode, sometimes even half a chapter. So like that, so it's
Yeah.
rough, bro.
I could, I think there was one fucking there was one episode where we got like 5 pages of a chapter, like 5 to 3 pages of a chapter, and the rest of it was like filler.
Yeah, like it is fucking rough. It gets to a point where people like re-edit the episodes and just show like the important part or like One Piece sped up version. Like it gets to a point where people have to
Hmm.
do that. So just be thankful, like they're not really stretching that shit out for Attack on Titan. They're doing as much as they can without it being too much or without lowering the quality. So
Yep.
yeah, let's just give them
Just let me tell you, I want quality over quantity.
exactly. Let's just let them cook. Let's just let them cook. So I'll calm down. Um, Also, you did bring up that Vinland saga. New episode came out. Now, I want to say real quick, that new episode really put everything together for me. Um,
Hmm.
Episode 8. Fucking, because at first when I was watching the first 7 episodes, they were good, and I watch every episode as soon as it comes out. But I'm just like, man, where's that action? They are not fighting in season 2. There's no action. It's just farming
Facts.
simulator, bro. Literally. Like there's some fights here and there, and Antonio said like they added more fights in the anime compared to the manga. So like it seems like they were trying to do the best of both worlds, And I appreciate that.
Hmm.
But even then, it's like where's the fucking action? Episode 8 is called Empty Man, and that's when it really puts it all in its perspective for me. Like, he just talked what's his name? Torfin. He was talking about like, yo, I just feel so empty. He still has PTSD from his childhood of like doing Viking shit all day, every day. And his
Hmm.
body's all fucked up. Like he has a bunch of scars all over his body. He still has the nightmares, PTSD. Uh, he just feels empty, bro. He's like, damn, I don't even want to live. Literally tells the dude that he's like, what's so good about being alive? Like you tell me and shit. And then the old man, who's like, he's like the father of the owner of the plantation, basically. So like he
Hmm.
basically owns that shit, but his son like really runs it because he's old. And he was telling him, he's like,
Hmm.
"Damn, bro, I see you're calling yourself empty, huh? Well, it's good that you're empty." because then you could just fill yourself up with whatever. Like you could get new experiences. Like he didn't even know how to fix a
Mm-hmm.
roof. He didn't know how to fish. He didn't know how to do props. He didn't know none of that shit,
Damn.
and he's learning all that shit on the farm. And the old man's literally teaching him how to fish at this point. And he's like, "Yeah, bro, I'll teach you
Mm-hmm.
how to fish. I'll teach you how to do this and that. Like you lived a fucked up life. You're empty. Now fill yourself up again. This is perfect for restarting a new life." And I feel like that's what they're doing with the anime.
Mm-hmm.
It's like an entirely new anime now. Like they're restarting the anime along with Torfinn's life. So it goes hand in hand. So it sucks that
Yup.
there's no action, but they're making it work. They're making it work.
It's like a redemption arc.
Exactly.
It's all about the story now.
But yeah, Vinland Saga, it was looking rough, but I see where they're going with it. I see where they're going with it. I don't know. Maybe some crazy shit will go down. Maybe we'll probably get a crazy fight. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But right now, Thorfinn's trying to start a new life, and you got to learn how to do some new shit. All right. We could move on from the anime stuff now and move on to Marvel slash Disney slash other shit, other movies really. All right, first things first. Um, this is kind of an old article posted on January 24th, but Marvel Studio boss Kevin Feige doesn't think people will get bored of superhero films. I'll post a link to this in the description, but I don't know how he can say this. I think people are starting to get real tired. There's been a lot of, you know, Marvel projects, DC projects. Not all of them have been good. For example, the new
Mm-hmm.
Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania came out, and when it first came out, it debuted at 120 million in the box office. But then in the second week,
Mm-hmm.
they only made 30 million. And that actually broke a record for the largest percentage drop off of a superhero film that opened with 100 million. Yeah.
Really?
So
Damn.
they beat the record for Batman v Superman, because when they opened the first week, they made like 100 something million. And then the second week, they made less than that. But Ant-Man and the Wasp did even worse. Like that should drop 72% in the second week, only made 30 mil. So I don't know, Kevin Feige. I think people
I
are starting to get a little
mean,
sick, bro. The Disney Plus shows haven't been looking that hot either when it comes to
Mm-hmm.
reviews. The She-Hulk came to negative backlash. The Marvel show had a lot of negative backlash.
No, yeah, I feel you. I honestly think it's low key time for the superhero genre to kind of just die out in terms of the movie theaters because I feel like they were great at their peak and all this stuff, but I feel like people don't realize it that they kind of ruined the movie theater experience, right? They kind of the movies in general, they kind of just ruined it, right? Because I feel like now when new stuff tries to come out, if it's not related to Marvel, if it's not superhero, none of this shit, it doesn't get the same amount of hype, the same amount of promotion, the same amount of love, like, and it just gets like overshadowed. And there's so many like A-tier movies that be coming out, and people don't talk about it. Like, I never heard about Parasite until you like you guys put me on it, right? I spent a whole year without watching Everything Everywhere All at Once because I couldn't find it. People weren't talking about it. I got like zero promotion. I didn't even know when it came out because it had like zero promotion. And when I tell you that one movie was better than the entire Phase 4 of Marvel, like by hundreds of miles, like so much fucking better. But people don't talk about it because it's not trending. Like it's not the trending topic right now,
Hmm.
right? Like if it's not like Disney, Marvel, or the shit, it's not the trending topic. And even other stars have called it out, like Anthony Mackie. I'm pretty sure that's the guy that plays Falcon in the MCU. He did an interview and he was talking about how Marvel has been the death of superstars because now people don't come to the movies to watch these superstars, these actors. They come to the movies to watch these superheroes. He was talking about he's not a superstar. Falcon's a superstar. People see me, they don't see Anthony Mackie. They see Falcon. That's what I'm known for. They don't know my other roles and shit, right? And you're talking about people don't go to the movies to see the actors anymore. They just go to see the superheroes and shit. And I agree with them. It's like, damn, that's really how I be seeing them now. Like I don't see these niggas as their own actors. I just see them as the superhero. So when I see them in other things, it's kind of like hard for me to rewrite my brain and be like, yo, that's not Falcon. That's not Captain America. That's them. That's these actors. They're doing a whole different thing. And when you see them in a whole different thing, it's like way fucking better sometimes.
Yeah, definitely. And just to add on,
mhm.
what Edwin was saying. Like I was there. We literally I didn't know when that fucking everywhere everything all at once. I didn't know when that was dropping. I didn't even know it was gonna be in theaters, like to be honest. I had no idea. But yeah, we went to go watch Doctor Strange instead. That movie ended up being mid.
Yeah,
We were
mid
upset.
as fuck.
And then like a year later, Antonio puts us on to Everything Everywhere All at Once. And that movie was fucking amazing.
Facts. Out of nowhere
Out of
too.
nowhere too.
Like no one was begging for this movie.
And fucking I
Hmm.
remember Doctor Strange making a lot of money. I think like good amount. And
Hmm.
everybody likes to think they're not a sheep, they just don't follow the trends. But like when the Marvel movies come out, everybody goes to the Marvel movies, bro. They don't look at the new shit. And that's me included. Like I didn't even fucking take a risk on that everywhere movie. I was like, nah, I'm straight. It's probably gonna be whack. Like you gotta
Right.
take a chance on some new shit, on some indie shit. You gotta let some new people cook because these companies aren't doing it right now.
I also feel like it kind of reversed because I feel like what we call indie movies now were just regular movies back in the day, right? And then I feel like superhero movies were more like indie movies. They were like,
Yeah,
damn, I've never seen this before, or this is super rare. Like the script is fully flipped. Now superhero movies are the basic movies or the regular movies that you expect on a yearly basis. And regular movies that are genuinely very good are now indie movies. Like, and it's just so trippy to me how that happened.
very trippy. I don't know how we got here. Real quick, just to end this off, shortcuts were reportedly taken on VFX for Ant-Man and the Wasp, with critical resources diverted towards Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. The team was said to be
Mm.
severely understaffed while facing an unrealistically short deadline. So again, Marvel not fucking paying their VFX team, not taking care of them. We were talking about this on She-Hulk. They had bad VFX on that. Now they're messing up
Hmm.
on these two movies. You hate to see it.
They had terrible. I'm not gonna say terrible,
On
but it
big
definitely had
budget
noticeable.
movies too.
Fat
On
big
big
budget
budget
movie.
Hmm.
movies.
That makes no sense. Doctor Strange also had some weird VFX. They literally were editing Spider-Man while it was still in theaters because the VFX weren't fully rendered yet.
And
I know
Like, I
what you're
just don't
doing. The
understand.
VFX effects, freaking. I'm pretty sure they're proportioning out the money. They're probably stretching out their fucking revenue and shit
Hmm.
just so they can actually put the effort in the fucking Avengers movies.
Nah, but that's not even an excuse. Because why would I want 10 garbage movies for one good quality movie?
Hey man,
That's
that's
dumb.
probably what
And,
they're
and,
doing.
and the
That's
thing
probably
is,
what they're
too,
doing.
the thing is, right? It's not like they have to do this. They literally have the resources to make all their movies 10 out of 10 in terms of VFX. Story is different, right? But in terms of VFX, visuals, they should never have an excuse. This is a company
Exactly,
that
like
makes
keep going to the same
millions on
people that
millions.
did it to their best movies. That would make the
Like,
most sense, but they keep getting different artists.
it's not even that. I just feel like if they had enough people, like even if you get new artists, if you just have enough of a staff, rotate it out to make sure that these people get paid what they need, but they can also do the work that they need without overworking them, right? Or without having to take people from one group to another. Like, it's just no reason for them to do that. Like I said, this is a company that makes billions of dollars, not even on a yearly basis, almost like a monthly fucking basis. They make millions of fucking dollars, so there's no excuse for them.
yeah, definitely. I just want to point out, according to an article from Vulture, the Quantumania now stands as one of just two titles in the 31 M in the 31 movie MCU canon to rank rotten on the tomato meter. The other one is in Eternals.
Damn.
So yeah, Eternals and Ant-Man
Damn.
are like on the same level, according to Rotten Tomatoes, but fucking damn.
How is Iron
Yeah,
Man 2 not on
hey,
that?
Right?
Or the
hey,
the
I don't
first two
know.
Thor movies? The first Ant-Man movie?
I'm gonna link this article in the description though.
Yeah, we need to look through that because we need to talk to Rotten Tomatoes. We need to update their shit. There's no way you're gonna tell me Iron Man 2 is better than Quantumania. There's no way. Quantumania has to be dumb garbage. That
Maybe.
Iron Man 2 is better.
There are
That's what
more
it sounds like.
quotes near like the you know under half of the article. They give more quotes about the
Hmm.
CGI. Like the UK observers said it was an incoherent effects dump of a movie. Yep.
Damn.
Who wrote this? The Los Angeles Times, Justin Chang,
Damn.
said the surreally designed yet gloppy looking orange landscape this isn't world building, it's more like world barfing. And there's just like more quotes and shit. But yeah, they wasn't fucking with it.
Damn. See, and that's what I'm talking about. Like, this is a movie that's supposed to build up one of the Avengers movie, right? And Antonio, you were saying that, oh, maybe they're trying to save the resources for those Avengers movie. But literally, the most prominent character from that for that next movie is in Quantumania. He gets set up in as King, right? He gets set up in Quantumania, and we get him
Right.
for King Dynasty. But it's like, how are you gonna have a character that you need to set up in a garbage movie? You would expect them to put more resources in that movie. That's just sad.
Right. I don't even know what the after credits is either.
Mm, it's probably
Um,
some terrible shit too.
yeah,
Oh
people were
yeah, I
talking.
forgot
Apparently, this
about
is what
this.
Modok looked like in the movie, and they would just had the memes ready to say it looks like
Uh
this
huh.
dude from Fireboy and Lava Girl. Yeah, George
Oh
Lopez. Yeah,
no, that's George Lopez.
and then
Yeah.
yeah, just weird shit like that.
Why they
Try.
got the egg
Yeah,
from fucking Puss in Boots? Oh, they're cooking right now.
Let me tell you, I feel like no matter what he would have looked like, these things would have came out because let's be honest, it's hard to make Murdoch in live action. He's such a weird character in the comics. I
It's
think they
really not.
knew it's
I
a
thought they were
giant
gonna make
head.
him.
How do you do
I
that and
thought they
not
were
get
gonna
made
use
fun
like
of?
a whole like robot version. I
They
didn't expect
should
them to use the
have.
actual face.
Hear me out. That would have been so much better. A robot version, they so much better. I don't know why
There
they did the
is one in the
face.
movie, but I guess those are
Is
just
it?
clones, like army versions.
Oh. Nah, I hope it's like an Iron
I
Man
didn't
mask,
expect
like
it
it
to be
comes
like an
on and
actual
off.
fucking face.
No, because that looks, bro, it's just so bad.
Cause in the trailer it was a robot one.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're right. There's a robot one. Yeah.
but yeah, people were making memes and stuff. I heard like in the movie, like they show his head like this, but then they also show him like with this screen, I guess, like with the helmet screen thing.
With
Yeah, like the
this,
Iron Man
like
shit
the
or
Iron
some
Man shit.
shit.
They're overusing that so
Um,
fucking much. Spider-Man had it. I think Ant-Man's gonna have it in his shit too now. Like everybody's having that shit.
yeah, I just want to talk about that. So Kevin Feige's talking about people aren't getting bored. I think people are getting bored. They're getting sick and tired of everybody's shit. I'm not even looking forward to the new Shazam movie, just because I'm
Yep.
getting tired of everybody's shit, really. And just because it looks really generic.
Yep.
Like, if it looked good, I would watch it, but that just looks really generic. It doesn't even have Black Adam in it. He sold the bag and it fucked up
Hmm.
the entire
Hmm.
DCU, fucked them over. So,
Hmm. Wait. Just to be fair, right. I don't want to say I'm over all superhero shit, right? I'm over the big superhero shit, the mainstream superhero shit. Because let me tell you, when it comes to the boys and Invincible,
amen.
10 out of 10 every time.
Hmm.
They
Hmm.
are doing it fucking right. If you talk about, oh, you ready for that superhero shit, you better be talking about the boys or Invincible. Don't ever come up to me with no Marvel shit or DC shit for this next 2 years. It's either
Hmm.
boys or
Speaking of the
Invincible.
boys,
Right, we
they
want that adult
actually
content.
outperformed all of Marvel
Hmm.
Studios Disney Plus series to become the 2022's most watched.
Yes,
Like the
Hmm.
boys was
as
so
they
fucking
fucking
good. I remember
should.
they came back after that all that She-Hulk shit. I was like, oh, thank you, fucking good, some good content. Boys is nice. And see,
Well, but they had the actor from Supernatural, James Ankle in that shit, and he was cooking in that show.
yeah,
Like,
he
great
was, he
actor, 10
was.
out of 10.
And yeah, see, they did that show. They didn't care about fucking all this diversity shit. They wasn't trying to fucking shove all this bullshit down your throat. They said, bro, what's the story? What are the characters doing? Let's make sure our VFX is on point, and let's just get this shit done, bro. Let's just get this shit
Hmm.
done.
Right.
They're not over here getting into arguments with their fans, like the
Hmm.
creator of She-Hulk and all of that. Fucking, they're not getting roasted and shit.
Hmm.
Like, actually, their PR team is actually fucking incredible. Like, the boys' PR team, their Twitter account and all that other stuff. Like, they be posting like the most funniest shit, and it's all like the boys related. I remember
Let me find
Valentine's Day
out.
came out. They tweeted something out with A Train, and I think he was like, "Love you to I love you to pieces" or
Hmm.
some shit.
Oh yeah,
Like they do little inside jokes like that, and they
yeah.
keep it going. So shit like that's really cool to see.
No, for
And then
sure. And let me tell you, the fact that they can do that with like what is it, like 8 episodes a season that they get, and they can just build so much world building, character development, and just make you love the fucking show within the first season with like 8 to 10 episodes. And Marvel can't do this with a whole face of movie plus fucking Disney Plus shows. It says a
it
lot.
sure does,
It
sure
says a
does.
lot.
But yep, wanted to share that. Shout out to them.
It's-
Um, fuck, I'll talk about this real quick. I don't know. There was some weird controversy going on Twitter with like a bunch of nerds talking about why is Nebula less hot. This is like the old Guardians of the Galaxy trailer, and then this is like the new one. And they're
Hmm.
like, "Oh, fucking, why isn't she less hot? Why is she less hot?" I remember the Critical Drinker came on here and he said some shit. He was like, "Yeah, fucking, this is just what we get now. We just got to deal with it." And I don't know. It's just weird controversy because I don't know what this has to do with the movie, what this has to do with the character. Like, them, how hot a character is shouldn't affect anything really. Like, this is some weird shit.
Mind you, this is a blue android fucking alien, a fictional one on top of that, and people are concerned about it being hot. That says a lot about your
Yeah, a lot
characters.
of weirdo shit. I don't know what's good with that. But hey, I saw some people complaining. I'm gonna call them out. In other news, Seth Rogen's TMNT
Hey.
film has a title and release date. They're calling it Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant
Hmm.
Mayhem. It's supposed to focus more on their teenage side. I don't know how they're gonna do that. Well, we'll see.
Hmm.
But it comes out August 4th,
mhm.
2023. Yeah, I'm open to it. I've been
I'm
a
open
big
to it.
TMNT fan. They got that new show on Netflix. I was watching some of it just because I kept seeing the edits, and they have good animation and stuff. But yeah, I couldn't stick around with it. Nah, but I watched this new shit though.
No. If they can land it on, well, I don't know if that's where it's going to be on already, but if they can land it on HBO, make it somewhat, because I know they're going to focus on their teenage here, but that doesn't mean they can't still make it for a more mature audience. I think that could benefit them. I'm not saying I want like gory and blood and shit, but just to be like more serious, have some more stakes, not make it seem like, oh, no matter what they get into, they'll be fine. You know, make us feel like they can actually get into some type
Yeah,
of danger and
definitely.
shit.
We'll just have to see when it comes out. August. Let me see what's this. In more Disney news. Yep, for the
August.
TMNT. And then we're also getting Frozen 3's Zootopia 2 and Toy Story 5. That's what I'm
No, why are
saying,
they
Yup.
bro.
milking
Like,
Toy Story
goddamn.
still?
Yup.
Let that shit die, bro.
They've been milking
Toy
it
Story 3
since
was the
Toy Story
perfect
3.
ending. No, Toy Story, it was the perfect trilogy. Toy Story 1 to 3, perfect trilogy. It did
Facts.
everything it had to do. Called it a fucking day.
Not yet, Edwin. They got more story to
Mm,
tell.
what could they possibly? No, at this point, there's no way somebody hasn't noticed things moving, bro. There's no
Did,
way. No.
didn't you see who was in the fourth one?
No, I
Same.
Fucking
didn't
Key and
watch.
Peele
I
was
didn't
in
even
there.
watch the fourth one. Key and Peele
What?
was in. Oh my god.
Yeah, they were the duck and
What?
bear.
Duck in the. I'm gonna have to watch it now, low key. Are they prominent in the movie or are they just cameo?
They're in it. Like they're cameos,
Okay.
but like they're part of the story.
Okay, damn. I'm gonna have to watch that shit now. Fuck. I think it's funny.
Milk and Toy Story, I don't condone that. Frozen 3, I don't even remember if there was a
Mhm.
Frozen 2, like, to be honest. Was there? I
There was.
There was.
yeah, I can't speak
I
on
never
that.
seen either of them,
Zootopia
but
2, I did see the first one. I don't know what
it's
the
about
fuck
to
they're gonna
hit.
do, but we'll see
It's
if it
about to hit.
hits. I guess I'm open to it. I'm open to it.
I'm gonna make a quick prediction. I'm gonna say he's gonna be a rookie working with her, and yeah, that'll just be it.
No, it's gonna be
Just
like fucking 5 years later. She's
yeah, some
gonna
shit.
be up the ranks,
Right, right, right.
and then they're gonna find a serial killer.
Hey, okay.
They're gonna be a serial killer in town just to find out if
Into
they're part of the police force.
damn, Antonio's kind of spin.
He wrote the
I
script.
am spinning.
Hey,
I don't know
yo,
if I'm spinning this much.
Disney, if
Hey,
you all need a
sign
writer,
that up.
yep.
All right, I think this is the final thing for this section. They're making a live action Invincible movie.
Let's
Now,
go.
at first, this was always in the working even before the show, according to the article.
Hmm.
But they kept saying like, "Oh, when are we gonna do it? When are we gonna do it?" They're like, "Bro, we'll do it. Like, we'll call you, bro. We'll call you. Don't worry." But then they dropped the show. The show blew up,
Hmm.
and now they're like, "All right, now can we do it? Now that we got some clout, they're like,
Hmm.
yeah, we could do it now. We could do it now." So shout out to Invincible.
Yo,
How's the
that's gonna
live
be
action
lit.
John going? Better be rated R.
Lola, all I'm gonna say is right now, as a fan base, please let's not be toxic about the casting. Let's let them cook. Let's trust their judgment. I know people have their fan casting, who they want to see, this and that. I'm just saying, let's not set expectations. Let's not get our hopes up because I feel like that happens every time. The Last of Us got so much shit for their casting, even though they had great fucking casting, but they had so much shit because people wanted to see like other actors in it. So whoever we get, we get. Let's
Yeah, I
just
agree.
trust the process.
I know some people probably want the dude from Spider-Man to be him, but it's like I don't know, bro. I don't know about that to be Omni-Man, but it's like
hmm
he's a great voice actor, but I don't know if he could.
Right.
Yeah,
This old ass man
yeah,
that's Omni, this old scrawny man. That's Omni man. Like, no, I'm
yeah.
good.
Let's be nice with
No.
the casting. Okay, no, this is the final thing for this section, the Marvel, Disney slash other movies
hmm
section. Uh, HBO, The Last of Us has been renewed for season two. Just want to throw that out there.
Nice,
Show's
nice,
been really good so
nice.
far too. I'm a couple episodes behind.
To be honest, it
Yeah, I'm a
really
couple episodes behind, but it's good.
hmm
Yeah.
That's really good. I'm hoping. We talked about this a little bit earlier before we started recording, but I'm hoping they don't get right into the second game for the second season. Big spoilers. Big spoilers ahead. Please take your warning right now for any Last of the shows only. Skip 10 minutes ahead. Last warning. Okay. But yeah, so we all know Joe dies in the second game. It's like very early on. And I don't think that'll work well in terms of the show, especially because then it would just be her hunting them down in Seattle and shit. I think the way they can get a bigger effect out of it is if for the second season they focus between the time of the first and second game. So the time that Ellie and Joel spend in Jackson, that side mission where you like go to the museum for her birthday, the extra side mission where she finds out that Joel kills everybody at the hospital and that ruins their relationship. And then you can mostly focus on Abby, her finding her dad dead, her becoming a wolf, moving to Seattle, training up and shit, and then end it with her finding the tip on Joel and where he's staying, and then make a third season based off the second game.
Yeah, I
I
definitely
think
agree
that's
with
the
the
best
whole
way they can
Abby
do it.
thing. Like, definitely build her up as a character. Like in the second game, she definitely just comes out of nowhere. You're forced to care, and it's like, nah, bro, I don't care. But if they could
hmm
definitely fix that in the show if they like just give Abby some time to you get her history, you start connecting with her, and you're like, man, I don't know why they're giving us the screen time for her. I'm kind of fucking with her. Maybe Ellie and her about to do a collab, and oh yeah, they're about to do a collab already.
Fact. But because when you really think about it, for the second one, and I know this is gonna be a very controversial take, right? I know I'm gonna get hate, but if you think about it, Abby was the hero for the second game, right? Joel was the bad guy. Joel took away humanity's only chance for a cure because he wanted to keep his chance of happiness and shit, right? And he killed Abby's dad for really like no reason. Like he could have
True.
just crippled that nigga, but he killed him, right? So it's like you put that in that mind frame. Abby was like her dad was about to be the savior of humanity, and then all her life gets taken away by one fucking random dude. She's the hero. She's getting her revenge. So I think that could really get that if they do that second season slowly and just focus on her.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to see what they do next. Is there anything else you guys want to say about The Last of Us before we move on? I know you guys are caught up. I don't mind any spoilers.
just waiting for the last two episodes.
Yeah, I honestly think these last two are
New
about to be the
episode
best.
tomorrow.
Oh, damn,
hmm
tomorrow, you say?
hmm
Yeah, I'm a little behind. I'm
Yep.
with
Yep.
uh, they run into the deaf brother and stuff. Well, I just met them and they're like hiding in the attic or some shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, looking forward to that. I gotta catch up. I've been watching all this other stuff. Attack on Titan, you already know.
Peak. Attack on peak.
But yep, we're gonna move on to video games. Let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, I did put this. So Pete, right? The Wolf Among Us 2 has officially been delayed from
Oh.
2023 to 2024. Yeah, I mean that
Are
us.
you serious?
What? Is this a
Oh
game or a show?
my. It's a game. It's a
Really?
Telltale's game.
Oh, I
Wolf
never heard of the
Among
first
Us.
one.
It's really good.
Shit.
Just like the Walking Dead game.
Really?
Not just like, but
Not zombies, but
it's
like
yeah.
quality.
It's like fairy tale characters.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely played a little bit of the first one, like a couple of times. Like I tried playing that game three times. I remember Antonio was so fucking obsessed, he wouldn't shut up about it. and we go to school, and like I think he had it on his phone for a little bit, and like I was playing it on his phone. I was like,
Hell
okay,
yeah.
but like you have to like pay for it. Like obviously it's a video game, but like Telltale games, you have to pay for the episodes. It's not like you fucking buy the game, play the game, and I hate how they do that. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, no bullshit. I was
Get the
actually
season
thinking about
pass.
streaming it too, because I was like, oh man, but I wasn't too sure. I was like, I don't know how hard that would hit really. But yeah, like Ant said, they're fairy tale.
Nah, I feel like if it's good, it could be
The
on some
story's
Life is
really
Strange
good.
shit. Yeah, Life is Strange pumped off when it came out. So if it's like that, Telltale games, people will tune
Maybe.
in weekly just for you to do the new episode.
And there's more
It could,
action in it too.
it could hit.
Yeah,
It could
that's
hit.
Edwin,
true.
you get to play as the big bad wolf, and
Mm.
the big bad wolf's the detective.
And like,
Hmm.
yeah, it's on console.
And I
Is it on
think
console or is it just phones?
it's on
Okay.
everything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
this
Damn.
is
still
old,
good.
old.
But
Shit.
yeah, the Big Bad Wolf is like the detective. I
Let me
remember a
find
little bit
out.
of the first one. You're like a detective, and then fucking, oh, I don't know if it was Snow White or Cinderella, whoever. One of the princesses is like getting Snow White. She's like in an
I
abusive
think it was Snow White.
relationship, and then you come in there. You're like, hey, yo, what the fuck is going? Don't, bro. You're laughing, but bro, this shit will pull you. No, don't laugh.
It'd be dead
This
serious,
shit,
bro.
that
It'd be
shit, it
so
will pull
dead
you in,
serious.
bro. Like you'll.
Yo.
And
Okay.
this
For
is
real?
Wow.
DC. DC made this.
No
God
wonder they were
damn.
fucking
Okay.
spitting
That's
like that.
crazy.
No wonder.
Well, that's
But I
crazy.
think it's the Vertical company, but it's still DC.
Yeah, I think the farthest I
What?
made it.
That's wild.
I didn't
No,
know
the
they had a
comic goes
comic.
as
Yeah.
hard.
Uh,
But yeah, I mean, I'll get a chance. Definitely look into that. That whole like all five, 6 episodes.
hmm
Beautiful, beautiful.
I'm gonna have to. I'm
Especially
gonna
playing
have
on a new
to.
console, it looks good.
Yeah.
Shit.
But even on your cell phone, I'm pretty sure yeah, you get it on your cell phone. Like
Play it the way
easier
it
to
was
Not
meant
play.
playing
to
out on my
be.
console, but yeah, I remember this shit being good, bro. Like you just walk into everybody's lives and shit, trying to solve a mystery, and fucking you run into some fucked up shit. You
Hmm.
see some fucked up shit. But yeah, they delayed the second one to 2024, so there you go. Got some time to play the first one now. You're good.
I'll be right back real quick.
Moving on. Mortal Kombat 12.
A whole
Uh,
year delay.
Mortal Kombat 12 release
Oh
confirmed
shit.
coming this year. This fucking year, another fighting game. That's Mortal
Hmm.
Kombat,
Hmm.
what, Street Fighter, and Tekken 8. Like, damn, bro.
Yep.
Like, they're confident. The Mortal Kombat must be confident
Honestly,
because they're dropping the same time.
I think I think Mortal Kombat might be, and I want to give hate or anything, but I think Mortal Kombat might be the worst one out of all three of them in terms of the sales and shit. Only because I
Mm,
really haven't seen them change up their formula in like several years. Like the combat for Mortal Kombat, ironically enough, always feels kind of stiff. Like it's just way too stiff. Even for like the last one, like they made it seem smoother with like the cleaner frames and shit. But just overall, I feel like all I'm doing is left hook, crouch, left hook, and then you spam the little fireball or whatever character you pick and shit, right? And I'm not a pro gamer, so obviously I know I can do a lot more. But even if when I watch like the pro shit would do the crazy combos, it looks stiff. It just looks stiff. It looks boring. The only good things I found about Mortal Kombat are like the finishers and shit, and just how graphic the game is overall. But in terms of gameplay and combat, I don't know. It's looking whack. Street Fighters has already like innovated their game several times. They're doing it again for this new one. They're making it easier for people that don't want to spend 90 hours on this shit. Fucking and Tekken is rumored to have fucking Baki coming in as a DLC character. It's just like with those two things alone, if Mortal Kombat doesn't do anything new,
yeah,
they're
I
gonna
definitely
fail.
agree with you about the stiff combat. It looks stiff. Even watching professionals play, I'm never interested. I'm like, damn, bro, this looks really boring. But I mean, I don't play Mortal Kombat. I don't know how to do any of the
Uh,
crazy combos. I can't even do a basic combo. But even then, it just doesn't look all that
hmm.
nice. Now you got games like, Fighters looking beautiful thanks to ArcSys. Fucking, they made the combos easier, which Street Fighter even took notice and they said, yeah, if we want more people to play, we're gonna have to, invite them, give them a reason to like
Right, make
try
it
it out,
easier. And just to be clear, making it easier doesn't mean that this game is like light work or anything. No, there are people on fighters that will make you put the remote down. You will not get a churn. You will not get a churn. And I feel like it's gonna be the same for like Street Fighters and shit. Like, 'cause I'm pretty sure it's an option too. It's not like, oh, you just make the game easier for everybody. It's more like a setting. It's like, well, you want the
Yeah,
advanced control, you want the simple control. But they also like adjust it so it's like you can fight someone with the basic controls on the expert control, but that doesn't mean you're going to beat them just because you're on basic, and that doesn't mean they're going to beat you because they're on expert. Like, it's tailored so you can fit your own styles and then still be equal to each other. At the end of the day, it's all going to be like
exactly.
about
Like
skills and
I
shit.
feel like the way they do their buttons in fighters and maybe even Street Fighter, we'll see when it comes out. I feel like they let you do a little bit of combos and then you start to realize like, oh, you could piece shit together. Like you could do this and connect it into that. And
Hmm.
after
Wait,
fighters,
what game?
like how they give you some simpler controllers, like you can hit triangle a couple times, it'll do a whole combo and you're level one. And it's like, yeah,
Oh,
you could
right.
do it like that, just hit
Hmm.
triangle, but then after a while, you start getting used to it, you start understanding it, and then you could do all the moves whenever. Like if you want to do a level one, you just don't have to spam triangle five
Yeah.
times. You could just do the level one input. And maybe it'll be like that with Street
Hmm.
Fighter. Like and then, you'll piece it together and then you'll do the more advanced shit. So yeah, Mortal Kombat has to do that and it has to look
Facts.
visually interesting. Like Tekken, oh my god, looking crazy. Fighters, like I said, already looks beautiful thanks to ArcSys. So like if Mortal Kombat 12 need to look good, bro. It gotta look
Hmm.
good. You gotta do something new, bring something fresh.
Man, we've played Tekken too. Like we played like the OG Tekken, and then we play like the newer ones, and we fuck with those. Like we don't like spam them, but we definitely fuck with them. They have good combat, they have good music, they have good characters, and I haven't watched Baki. I'm going to. It's on my list, but I've seen so many clips. I've seen so many videos about Baki. I know what an absolute unit these people are in this show. So the fact that it's just rumored that they might join Tekken, that's enough for me. I
That's
want
just
to I
dope.
want to beat some ass as Valky characters. Let me tell you, that'd be amazing.
Moving on from that. Oh, the Final Fantasy 16. There was some trailers that came out. A GM showing gameplay, all that. I'm gonna just do a quick little recap. It has a 35-hour story. 11 hours are
Woo.
cinematics out of that 35.
Damn, that's
80
too
hours for
much, bro.
platinum. They got the DMC5 combat director,
Okay.
Ryota Suzuki, working on gameplay.
This is about to be game of the year. Oh my
Final
fucking
Fantasy
god, it's
Oh,
about to
what
be
16.
game
game
is
of the
this?
Yeah,
year.
16.
Final Fantasy.
Oh, damn.
With Mortal Kombat, not Mortal Kombat, with fucking, that's just like my head now. With Devil May Cry combat, oh my god, that's gonna be
I think it's only
insane.
going to be
That's
for the
gonna be insane.
PS5, 60 FPS, semi-open world.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna show any gameplay here, but it definitely looks good. Yeah, I saw gameplay looks good. I'll definitely get it. I'll play this shit. Why not? Looks fun. And for anybody wondering, none of the Final
Say
Fantasy
that.
games connect. I know it says Final Fantasy 16, but they don't really connect like that. They're all different characters. They take place in different worlds. The only
Hmm.
thing that they share is the gods. Like all the gods are the same, but like they do different things with the gods. And like some of the enemies and the animals are the same. Like chocobos, they're in like every fucking game.
Or
Oh
like the
yeah, maybe
items,
the
I think, will
items
also kind
too.
of be
Like
the
this is
same.
Garuda, one of the Final Fantasy gods. They gave her a new character design.
The way I, oh shit, I
Nah,
didn't even
nah. So
notice.
like
I thought it
things
was a
like
new
that, like
one.
Garuda is in like all the games, but like there's
Uh
different
huh.
reasons for why they're in the game. There's like different reasons of what they can do. Like they all have different powers. Well, like Garuda's a wind god, so they always have wind abilities. But yeah, just things like that. It's just the gods and like
Not
the
figure though.
chocobos and like some of the items and shit. Other than that, the games aren't connected at all. You could pick up and play whatever you want.
Highly recommend the Final Fantasy VII remake. It is absolute peak. It is hard as fuck though. If you want a challenge, definitely get that. But great game, great game.
And I could definitely recommend Final Fantasy 14 if you're looking for an MMORPG. Like that shit dethroned World of Warcraft. I even played their new expansion. That shit was alright.
Mm.
I even streamed it too. You can watch it on our Twitch. That shit was alright.
Fi-
15 is
Is
one with
15 the
Prince.
one with
Yep.
the prince? Highly recommend 15 too. 15 was my first one I ever played. Banger. 10
Like
out of 10.
15 goes incredibly hard, bro. Incredibly hard.
For no reason, low key too. Like I did not think that show was gonna be that good. I thought it was overhyped. No, it is low key underhyped. Like it's, I feel like it still holds up to this day.
And like I heard about the original plans they had for 15. Like they was gonna make like everything look like a cutscene, make it seamless. But then I don't know, they ran out of time, ran out of like they couldn't really
Damn.
not ran out of time, but like
On some
it
Last
just
of
wasn't
Us
really
shit.
piecing together and shit. So like fuck it, let's just make a game. But I mean that's a
Uh
story for
huh.
another time. But it would have.
No, that would have been crazy. That would have been crazy. Maybe they do it for this one.
Um, in other news, yo, the Elden Ring DLC, Shadow of the Erd Tree, is currently in development. No release date, no nothing, but goddamn, from software, they're cooking again. They heard that fucking Wulong came out. They said, nah, we gotta
Hey.
drop some heat in our name.
Mm-hmm. Can we can we talk about that girl riding our horse?
Yeah, you
Like, who does
gotta
she
fuck
think
around
she
and find
is?
out. Again, I don't know anything about the story. Fuck the story. Like, I have some bits and pieces. Like, you can watch other people talk about it, but fuck it. I'm just that guy. I'm not a landlord. That's the story for me.
Freaking. It seems like the tree is dying though, right?
Maybe. Or some,
Like, because
yeah,
if I'm not
yeah.
wrong, that was the glowing
Some,
one that we see in the main
yeah, some
game.
people are
Damn, that's just
saying,
dead.
um, that's something that was wrapping around the glowing tree and like blocking it. I don't know. But yeah, you can watch other
Hmm.
people break it down and shit. I'm just glad that they're working on it. And I'll stream that shit too. I already streamed my entire adventure for the first one on the Twitch. You can watch it. But yeah, I'll stream that shit too. I'm excited. I'm excited and scared because Elden Ring had me
That's
stressed the fuck out, bro, with some of the bosses. I literally went mentally insane on one of them shits. But yeah,
hmm.
I'm excited for this shit. I'll go insane again. Anything from Software. Literally, I beat fucking Elden Ring, and then I was like, let me hop on Dark Souls 3. Did Dark Souls 3. And I streamed the
Yeah.
DLC for Dark Souls 3. I didn't stream the main game, but I streamed the DLC. Did that, and then I fucking bought the first one, and then I started streaming the first one, and I made like
Hmm.
33%, maybe 38% through. I'm kind of stuck. I don't know if I'll ever go back, but that shit's no joke. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Let me
so
find
after
out.
I finished Elden Ring, I went, it was going hard. Yeah, I'm excited for that though. Other news, the PSVR 2, it launched on February 22nd. Had a lot of games come out for it. Um,
Hmm. Looking good. I didn't think they were gonna have that
yeah,
many game
right.
on
It's a good
launch.
amount. And they announced more like during the state of play and like some other stuff. They were like announcing more. So people got a lot to look forward to if they decide to get it.
Yeah, I low key, I'm considering getting it because there are a few games here that I would not mind playing. I'm seeing that they have the Gran Turismo, and I wanted to get that originally for PS5. I didn't get it only because I was like, fuck it. I don't think I'll enjoy it too much. But in VR, that's a whole different story. It'll be a chance for me to play Village too, because I never played Village. I think that'll be fun. And they also, at the very corner on the right, have a Creed game coming, or they already have it out. I love Rocky. I recently watched the Creed movies. They're all good. So if you're telling me I can go in there and box with the VR, shit,
Oh,
count me in.
speaking of that, kind of random, but that reminds me on the Nintendo Switch, there's like this exercising game, and I think they did a
Uh huh.
collab with like Fist of the North Star, and you could just it's like all the Fist of the North
Okay.
Star characters, and you could like do the pressure points and stuff, and you're just like working out. There's some real goofy stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
But
That's
yeah,
actually kind of
first
cool.
Creed, now, n- fucking Fist of the North Star. But that's for the Nintendo Switch that they're doing that.
Facts.
Yeah, but
All
the
right.
PSVR 2 is expensive. Like this shit right here is more than a PS5. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's
But
definitely an
hey, if you got the
investment.
money for it, get it.
So my thing is right here. Hear me out. Do you feel like consoles being as expensive as they are now, should they all come with a game or two, regardless? Like, if you buy, you know what I'm saying? Like, you think all consoles should just come with a preset game off the bat, regular price, or do you think we should have to pay almost $600 plus then an extra 70
Um,
for a game on
I
top
mean,
of that?
sometimes you know, you could get the bundle and you could get a game. Like for example, me and you got ours off of scalpers and shit. So we didn't get a game. But I mean, technically we kind of
Hmm.
did because there's a lot of free games now. Like you get Fortnite, Apex, whatever. So I count those. I mean,
True, true, but
uh,
that's considering you have internet. And then for the other free games they have, that's also requiring you to buy a pass too, right? Because most free games you can't even play them online unless you have like a subscription now too, right? So I feel like it's just they make it harder to play games now, which is back in the day. And I'm catching an eye on that. But I feel like consoles as expensive as they are now, especially the VR system, if I spend more than a PS5 on a VR, and then I have to spend another 70 to get a game, that's just kind of weird. Like I feel like, and yeah, you already have bundles, but I'm saying they shouldn't just. It shouldn't be the option of base and bundle. Even the base one should come with even the most
yeah.
basic of basic games.
Yeah, some video games were doing that. Consoles. I remember like the PS3, they were trying to get that shit out with the Mickey Mouse game they had, and yeah, and fucking we
Oh, I
got that
remember
one.
that
We got
one.
that fucking Mickey Mouse shit. But I mean, yeah, some consoles should. Now that you're bringing it up, like yeah, the VR too. If I buy one, it should definitely come with a game, even if it's like something corny.
Honestly, because imagine getting that shit, but you're too broke to buy games, so now you just
Facts.
have the console sitting there. Have to wait for next week's
Yeah,
paycheck. That's not fun.
same with the PS5. Like if you were to get one, no bundle, yeah. And if you don't have internet, then yeah, I guess you really would be fucked. But weird circumstance. Oh, in other news, the Star Wars Jedi Survivor has moved back 6 weeks to April 28th, 2023. It was supposed to come out in March. Now we gotta wait till April.
Not too bad. I say it's worth it if it means more
And
quality.
apparently, in an exclusive interview with IGN, the Star Wars Jedi Survivor director Dig, I'll just call him Stig, said, "I always wanted to see this as a trilogy and suggested a third game would most likely be built using Unreal Engine 5." So he wants to make it a trilogy.
Dang. So that means the second
Yeah,
one
it's
is in
not.
Unreal Engine 5.
Or I guess it's not. Hey, save it for the
It's a little
third one. Save it
disappointing.
for the third one.
It's a little disappointing. I guess. But we see on
That's
Fortnite what that
true.
new engine can do. Shit. Imagine on a game like Star Wars.
But do you want a trilogy or
But it's worth it. No, I'll take a trilogy. Hell yeah. Honestly, if it's good, I'll take it. Like, I already know the second game's about to be a banger. I have no doubts about it. You're gonna catch us streaming it. The second it comes out, I'm streaming that to completion. Um, but yeah, I'll take a trilogy. I think that's the best way to do any type of Star Wars stories, really. Because if you look at Star Wars trilogies in general, the first one's always about the hero discovering himself, right? Like, oh shit, I can do more than what I thought I could, right? Let me get hop on this shit. The second one tends to be their downfall. They lose everything. They get too full of themselves. It's like, damn, I'm not that guy. They get humbled. And then the third one is where they come back. You know, it's where they got all the pieces. They know what they got to do. They know their true purpose, and they get the fucking job done. This new trilogy is not a good example, like the new Star Wars movie trilogy. It's not a good example to go off of that because all of those are bad. Like all three of those movies are bad. But go back to the originals, look at the trilogies. That's the story arc that they tend to build. Discovery, failure, exception, and then it's like, bam, we get it done. So I think it
all
can
right.
work. It can work.
We'll see if that's how they do it. But yeah, if he wants to do a trilogy, he could go for it. There's been some gameplays. They've been talking about some of the new mechanics they added. This is a tweet from IGN just talking
Let
a
us
little
know.
bit about
Does it?
the new stance they got, the heavy lightsaber stance. hmm
Damn, he just threw
So
that shit.
basically, with the heavy stance, you do more damage, but you're way slower. You have to be more precise with your moves and stuff. You got the least
Hmm.
amount of range with this stance too. So you really got to be on your shit if you're gonna use this stance. But you get the like Kylo Ren cross guards though, so that's kind of cool. And then the other stance is the blaster stance. There's not really any gameplay of it. and there's not really too much talk of it. But they're adding more stuff, which I definitely appreciate.
It's gonna be interesting to see how he uses the blaster because I can't think of a single Jedi who's used the blaster with a lightsaber on top of that.
Yeah,
But
it's definitely gonna be
it's gonna be
interesting. I'm
interesting.
surprised they went that route, and they added a lot of things to the game. They added
Yeah,
mounts, they added clothes, like real clothes, not just those little shitty ponchos in the first game. You can find like different clothes and shit.
yeah.
So, everything that we complained about, they literally addressed it. And this is how it should be for all game developers and things like that. Like, address the issues and fucking make sure the game works
Uh,
at launch. Like,
yeah,
come
yeah,
on.
for sure. You're totally right. I just don't want to give these guys too much credit because this is EA, and anyone that knows EA knows their history. Like they only focus on things that gives them money, and as soon as this drops even a penny below what they used to, they automatically drop it. So I'm not gonna give them way too much credit, but you're definitely right. That's how it should be.
And yep, that's the Star Wars. It's been delayed. They fixed a bunch of stuff, a lot of complaints. I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be a good time. For the blaster stance, people were saying it'll probably be like on some Bloodborne shit. Like that's how the gameplay might be. We'll see. I'm not gonna use that shit. I feel like that's some rock stuff right there.
Maybe.
Like a blaster
Nah,
stance.
everybody
Like
use it.
nah. I'm a swing.
He's about to use the force to slow down
Ooh,
time
damn.
and
Never
then
mind. I
high
might
noon
use that
everybody.
stance.
Right, right.
Moving on from Star Wars. Microsoft President Brad Smith has today confirmed that the company locked in a 10-year agreement to bring Call of Duty to Nintendo device owners the same day as Xbox with full feature and content parity.
I really hope
I
this
don't
wasn't a
know
joke.
how the fuck they're gonna manage that, bro. Like, the Switch is not that good of a console.
It's really
It
not.
really
It can't even run
can't.
Fortnite properly.
And exactly,
Apex
they got
runs like
Apex on
absolute
there and it
dog
looks
shit.
terrible. Now they're talking about they're gonna add Call of Duty. I don't know.
So a realistic, right? That's gonna be a total fail. But hey, Nintendo, man, that's what they've been known for these last couple of years, right? Disappointment.
Yeah, not new, I
So
guess.
nothing new, I
This is a
guess.
crazy agreement, bro. It's real crazy. COD on the Nintendo. I remember I did get Black Ops on the Nintendo Switch. I mean, not Switch. The Wii. The Black Ops one. With the map with like the movie theater and shit. And yeah, we had
Uh
that for
huh.
the Wii for a little bit, and it was weird to play it on the Wii.
Damn,
Like the controls are so weird.
I
But
can
yeah, now they're
imagine.
bringing that shit to Nintendo. That's weird. I don't know how that's gonna work. It's probably look terrible, play terrible. We'll see how that goes.
Yep.
Uh, Moving on. Neil Druckmann is counting out The Last of Us Part 3. Well, he isn't counting out The Last of Us Part 3. Basically, what he said is that with The Last of Us, it's up to us whether we want to continue it or not. Our process is the same thing we did when we did Part 2, which is if we could come up with a compelling story that has this universal message and statement about love, just like the first and second game did, then we'll tell that story. I did hear that they're working on a multiplayer game and it's going to be set in like the Last of Us universe, but
Hmm.
like different characters, and it's going to be a multiplayer. So I think they're just going to focus on that. They're not even going to worry about a part three. But if something comes to him in his sleep,
For
then maybe he
sure.
might. We'll just have to wait and see, really.
I definitely think they could do a part three. Off of the show alone, like with everything they wrote with the show, it was just amazing. Like the Bill and Frank plotline, I'm pretty sure that was the one episode that was actually written
Hmm.
by the creators of The Last of Us themselves. Um, and that alone shows just the stories you can tell about love. Like it was just perfect. It was just a perfect love story, right? And they have a lot of potential. They have so many characters. I don't think they necessarily have to focus on Ellie and Abby and shit. They could do new characters if they wanted to, but they still have story potential with Ellie and with Abby. Abby, we left her off trying to find the Firefly since she basically like adopted Liv, and Ellie loses Dana and shit because she got so hungry with her quest of revenge that she decided, like fuck this family shit, I'm gonna get revenge. So when she comes back to the house, it's all empty and shit. Dana's gone, the kid's gone. So the third one can be focusing on Abby learning to love again, right? After she lost her whole family, her learning to love again. And then Ellie trying to repair the love that she lost with Dana. There's potential there. There's potential there. But if they don't want to do it, they don't have to. I think the two games we have now are perfect. If that's the end, that's the end. They're perfect. But they definitely have potential to do more.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to see a story about her trying to fix that relationship or whatever. I don't know. But you were spitting when you said, her trying to look for love. I just don't know what else they could do, bro. I just don't know what else they could
Hmm.
do. But
Yeah,
yeah, if they make that multiplayer game, I'll check it out. I'll see if it's good. But yeah, this is
for
the
sure.
article. I'll put this in the description. But uh, oh, Naughty Dog's under no pressure to make another Uncharted. We're moving on. This is the article. But yup, I'll link it.
That's fine. Fuck Uncharted. Not fuck Uncharted, but it's like,
True.
damn, that shit's over. Let it end.
Um, this is just a reminder for everybody. On May 9th, they're gonna get rid of the entire PS Plus collection. So just go in there, redeem everything, get all of these games because that shit comes in clutch. I played God of War 2018 thanks to that collection. And then after that, I played God of War
Hmm.
3 and I beat that shit too. So that collection comes in clutch. And it gives you zombies, like BO3 zombies. Like, get everything. Just get everything. Yeah, it'll take you, like,
Yeah, it's
if
a
you're a
great
PS Plus
collection.
member, like, it'll take you 2 minutes. Like, not even that, maybe. Just go in there, grab everything. Just redeem it. You don't even have to download it. Moving on. Oh, yeah, Apex Legends Mobile shuts down May 1st, 2023. I thought the mobile is really good. I didn't have any space on my phone. That's the only reason why I deleted it. But if I had space on my phone, it'd still be on my phone.
Yeah, mobile's way better than the console game.
And you could
Like a
connect
hundred
your
times
remote
better.
too. Like sometimes I would connect my remote, have a good time.
Yeah, you get a free
True.
heirloom right now too
Oh, damn.
for Octane.
But yeah, I know a lot of people are upset. Like Apex Mobile was like way better than the console one. They had all the game modes, all the features everybody wanted, shit like that.
Yeah, I don't know why they're shutting it down. It's kind of a mistake, but you know how they are. They just
Yeah,
make dumb
it's
mistakes.
weird. I don't know why they're doing it either. I thought that game would be around for a long time. That was pretty short-lived. Sony Santa Monica announced that a new Game Plus mode will come to God of War Ragnarok this spring.
Finally, it should have been
Yeah,
out
I
at
don't know
launch.
why
I
it
don't know why
wasn't
it took that
either.
long.
Like, totally killed the experience for me. Like, I did start over, but then after I did the Thor fight, I was like, I'm not doing this shit over again. Right, with
Doing
all
all
my
this shit again
powers.
without right. Because you got to rebuild the skills, and I feel like I already had skills that I didn't even
Exactly.
max out in the original play, and it's like, damn, bro,
But yeah,
you
we'll
want to do all
see.
this
Maybe
shit
when it
again?
comes out, we'll see if it changes my mind. It probably won't, because I'll be playing all the other shit. But
I feel like that's the type of game that even if it did have a new game plus, it's just such a long game, a great game, but such a long game. Like, for most of the part, it feels like you're watching a movie too. You can't just hop in it right after the bat, right? Like if you're in love with the combat, all that shit, cool, maybe you can. But for casual gamers, I really find it hard that we can just jump into that shit right after beating it, even with New Game Plus. It's just we need some space. Maybe next year we do it again, but we need some space. But at the same time, the New Game Plus should have been out with launch because there were people that definitely wanted to play it off the bat with their upgrades
yep.
and shit.
So everybody look forward to that. Look forward to that. Let's see. Oh, okay. So basically, we're gonna talk about this Hogwarts Legacy real quick. A lot of controversy. There's a lot of good things and bad things, right? First, I want to talk about how crazy people were getting. They made an entire website dedicated to finding out who played the game for streamers. So you could literally type in it like, oh, did this
Mm-hmm.
streamer play it? Did this streamer play it? I think they already shut it down. I think it took like a day or two, but then yeah, they were forced to shut that website down because it was kind of ridiculous. Um, yeah, so a lot of
Right.
people are just giving Hogwarts Legacy hate because it's made by, J.K. Rowling. She said a lot of controversial stuff. She's making money off the game, and people are saying if you support the game, you support transphobia, and it's just a bunch of crazy stuff. It even got to the point where, they're bullying other Twitch streamers. I'm probably not gonna link this, but they made this girlfriend. This is Twitch streamer called Girlfriend Reviews, and yeah, they made her literally bullied her off of playing the game, and then her boyfriend took over. Like, nah, I'm not gonna let him bully us like that. Dude, I'm gonna play the game. And it's just I've never seen people get this crazy over a video game before, bro. Like it's a game. I think we should just judge it off of how good the game is and not get sucked up into other people's bullshit.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not gonna go too much into it, but essentially, it's just don't force your point of view on other people. If you don't want to fuck with the game, you don't like the game, that's cool. That's your choice. But for you to say that and then go out of your way to look for the game and people streaming it just to talk shit on them, clearly you're obsessed with the game. You're more obsessed with the people that want to play the game. Like you don't like it, cool. That's it. Move on with your life. You don't have to force other people to have the same mindset and ideology as you. That's not how this
Yeah, it's just
works.
a really disgusting thing to see. I remember IGN even brought it up in their review, and I fucking rolled my eyes. I know people were upset in the comments too, and it's like, bro, don't bring it up at all.
Hmm.
But yeah, I don't agree with all the hate people are getting just for playing a video game. Hogwarts Legacy also sold 12 million copies on its first 2 weeks, and they already got $850 million in revenue. Now,
Nice.
mind you, Elden Ring, like a couple weeks ago, just hit 20 million. Hogwarts Legacy now has 12 million. That shit is fucking crazy. Uh, Even Cyberpunk
As they should.
2077, they have 20 million, but it took them like a couple years and fucking an entire anime plus a lot of updates. But they still did it. But Hogwarts Legacy coming out the clutch like this is crazy. They were
Hmm.
even in a South Park episode, and you know your game is godly if you're in that fucking South Park episode, bro. South Park has to bring it up.
Even the God of War
They
himself
didn't
didn't
even
make it
talk
on
about
South
it.
Park. I was surprised. I genuinely thought we were gonna get a God of War fucking episode. Like you know
Hmm
how they were obsessed with the Red Dead Redemption and shit. I thought it was literally gonna be like that. Like everybody was playing God of War, and they would have been obsessed with it. But Hogwarts took the cake. You know, we started off literally the first 5 seconds are these people playing Hogwarts in the new
Facts.
episode. It was just wild.
Um, but yeah, Hogwarts Legacy is doing the fucking thing. We're not big Harry Potter fans, but still, I'm looking at that game a little different. Like I might have to turn into one. And then even yeah,
'Cause I keep telling you,
that's
you
what
don't
they
have to be.
say.
You gotta
If
hop
you
in. That's all.
pre-ordered Hogwarts Legacy, you got it like 3 days early, and even like 3 days early, they had 488,000 people
Hmm.
reportedly playing the game on Steam, and that was like the first 3 fucking days. So yeah, they're just doing the goddamn thing. Yeah, shout out Hogwarts
No doubt.
Legacy, good game. The controversy around it's mad dumb. You shouldn't be harassing people over things like that. You shouldn't be harassing people at all in general. I feel like if once you start harassing people, you start bringing violence and hate, it just completely makes your entire point like moot. Like it just throws your entire argument out the window. And this is not the way to go about it. And a lot of people too were saying like, yeah, fucking don't play the game, don't play the game. But this is the internet. Like if you tell people not to do something, they're just gonna want to do it even more. Like common sense. So yeah, they just really play themselves on that. It's an ugly situation. Just please just focus on the gameplay. And I also want to
Exactly.
talk about this One Dead because I have it in the thumbnail. Bought it recently. I even streamed it. You can watch me stream it if you want. But yeah, that game was terrible. Like 2 out of 10 for me. I couldn't even finish it because it was so bad. And the controls are so janky and so stiff. Like it did not feel smooth at all. It was a $60 game, but really it was playing like a $30 game, like 25. It was bad. It was a terrible experience.
I gotta say the same thing about Atomic Heart. It was absolutely bad. I couldn't even. We didn't stream it, but we were playing on our own time, you know. But it was terrible. Like I couldn't even get like an hour in. Like I really think people let their fucking dicks talk for them, and that's why this game is so over fucking hyped because everybody wanted to fuck the fucking Russian robots and shit. But I kid you not, this game is terrible. Like the first couple minutes is nothing but like a long fucking boat ride, and it's just fucking atrociously boring. And then it's like mostly fucking dialogue for like the first 30 minutes. It's like nothing but fucking dialogue, and you're just walking around. And then when they start off with the tutorial, they give you a scanning ability, and word for word, the tutorial says tap R1 plus hold R1 again to scan, right? And when you do that, you tap and then hold R1. It doesn't scan. And I thought maybe my game was glitched. When I tried it for like 10 minutes, resetted my game, tried it for another 10 minutes. It did not work. It came to the point where I had to YouTube it. I kid you not. A brand new game, I had to go on and YouTube the first couple fucking minutes because I couldn't figure out how to scan. And you had to like double tap it and then hold it. And the game doesn't tell you that. It just says tap plus hold, not double tap plus hold, right? So that alone was kind of stupid. And then the combat was fucking atrocious. It was sluggish. It was terrible. The fucking enemy robots do better combos than you. Like nothing about the game was interesting at all, except for the fucking Russian sexy robots. I kid you not. I think that's the only reason this game got any
Yeah, like
type
they
of
have
hype.
like the world looks nice and the game looks nice, but like I don't know what they were thinking about that gameplay. As soon as I saw trailers of him like just swinging the axe and shit, I was like, yeah, I already know I'm gonna have a bad time with this shit. Like that is not gonna be fun for like the 20 hours of gameplay, maybe like 25 hours of gameplay. That's not it. And then it's a pointing shooting game. Like it's an FPS game. Like it's hard to make a good FPS game to make it interesting.
And then the main character also just he's not likable. Like again, I only played for like barely an hour, but the dialogue for the main character, people were giving shit to the dialogue in
Yeah.
Forspoken. No, you need to look at fucking dialogue for fucking Atomic Heart. This dude, I don't even know what the fuck he was talking about half the fucking time. He was literally just throwing random information here and fucking there. There was this one scene, I kid you not, where I'm walking down the fucking street. Also, by the way, they just start you off with a talking glove. Don't explain it. Nothing. Talking glove off the bat. Fuck you. Go with it, right? But you're talking to the glove and shit. You're walking down the street, and then your main character's like, "Oh, this reminds me of that time I went to China and shit." And then the glove is like, "Oh, you've been to China, Major?" And then um, he was like, "Yeah, I have." No, no, he was like, "I haven't, but it must be nicer than all the shit that we have around here." But I wouldn't know, I guess. And I was so confused. I'm like, "Wait, so did you go to China or not? Because you just said you went to China, but then when the glove asked you, you said you haven't." So it's like, what the fuck was that piece of dialogue? I kid you not, it's like the first 10 minutes. Go look it up. First 10 minutes. He talked about going to China, but then he didn't go to China. Makes no fucking sense. Like, the dialogue is atrocious. The gameplay is atrocious. People just, they need to learn
Yeah,
where to fucking hype
I
up.
saw people, I saw some people complain about the dialogue. One female streamer actually quit, like turned off the game because she killed a robot, and then he was like, "Yeah, take that, gearhead," and she was like, "Bro, for real, bro, really, bro? They put that in the game, and they turned that shit off." Now, people
Bro.
complained about characters talking a lot, and like they were so grateful when Elden Ring came out. They're like, "Oh my God, I'm so glad there's silence. There's silence. He doesn't say shit." And then I was thinking, I was like, I've never heard people complain about dialogue before. And like now, I feel like I'm just seeing it everywhere. Like I don't
Hmm.
know if I'm like more hyper focused. I don't even think it's that. Like it really is just bad. Like you got Atomic Heart, Forspoken, and shit. Like Gotham Knights. Oh
Gotham
my God, don't
Knights.
even get me started on Gotham Knights, bro. They had the villains sounding like nerds, bro. Like how?
If a burn does hit the right temperature, it should keep burning for a couple of nights and degrees. Some shit like that. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why would a fucking random ass fucking thug just know about this shit? Like, did the Joker have these niggas studying chemistry class so they can burn the
Facts.
building down properly and taking notes in a final exam at the end of the week? Like, that made no
Yeah, it was
sense.
just really weird. A lot of weird dialogue choices in a lot of our games now. That's why we got to bring back the silent protagonist, I guess.
Hmm. No, 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 because some games still do it right. God of War, man, do I have to say anything? Come on. God of War dialogue, 10 out. That nigga had
He did.
quotes on the fucking trailer, bro. In the fucking trailer, you had people quoting this man's. Alright? I also believe the dialogue in Cyberpunk, it's fucking amazing. Like, I never hear a moment of dialogue in Cyberpunk that doesn't capture my, like, interest or entertainment. Like, as soon as people start talking, I'm like, oh, what are they saying? What are they talking about? And there's, like, so many languages and shit, too. Like, so games can still do good dialogue. It's just I feel like there isn't much as maintenance on it as there should be. You know, it gets
Yeah.
overlooked for the most part.
Um, I'm glad you brought up Cyberpunk because yeah, Cyberpunk did good with all their dialogue. Unlike games like Borderlands 3, I know a lot of people were shitting on the fucking dialogue.
Oh, don't
Like
even
they were trying to
remind me
be,
about
yeah, it was cringe as
Borderlands. It was
shit. They were
so
trying to be hip with the
cringy.
times.
It felt like an MCU game, nigga. I kid you not. It felt like an MCU game. Like they just kept trying to be funny, and it's like, bro, not everything has
Yeah,
to be
it
a
was just
comedic
really
moment.
cringe. They try to be with the times. It came off very, how do you do, fellow kids?
Mhm.
Just like the entire game.
Mhm.
Some games do it right, but other games are really dropping the
I
ball, and they
feel
gotta
you.
step that shit up. Even for High on Life, I'm gonna call them out
Mhm.
too. Like they were just nonstop, constant talking. People love to be like, oh, actually, there's a
Yeah.
setting and you could turn it off. That I heard that it does some justice, but not really that much justice. But even then, like most of that shit is garbage.
Mhm. Because I really think that game was mostly just supposed to be sold because it was just the Rick and Morty guy. Like they literally
Some
thought that his
bullshit.
voice clone was gonna sell the game.
Yeah.
And that's why they put so much of it in it.
Um, yeah, with that being said, I think we're just gonna end it here just so the episode doesn't get too long.